When I got out of the military, I had a hard time translating my military experience into the civilian world. I'll be honest with you, if it wasn't for my wife, I probably would have been that homeless or impoverished vet. But it can be easier with the right support. I'm Mark Casper, and I'm the Executive Director of Tech4Troops. In today's world, you have to have a computer to be able to apply for jobs. Our mission is to empower veterans in need with computers and training to get back in the workforce.
Here at Tech4Troops, we're here to push you forward to get you back to where you want to be in life. When the veterans come in, I teach them everything you could think of that's done with a computer. I want them to feel that this is a tool that's going to help them get their life back.
I went into a kind of a deep depression. Eventually, I lost my job and I was out on the street. The computer was able to connect me to the web, and I was able to start putting resumes out. And you have to have these small building blocks to get from point A to point B. I'm not worried about employment anymore.
The need is great, and we want to be able to support our veterans across the nation.
All right, welcome everyone to the IWM broadcast of the Tech4Troops Charlotte 350 Season 3 Finale, and we are in, and you are in, for a great wrap-up to this season. Welcome to the Broadcast Network. I am Rick Souza, here joined in the booth by my co-broadcaster tonight, and that is John DeRudris.
Rick, I can't believe we've made it to the last race of the Tech4Troops Cup Series, and what a better place to end it off here at Charlotte, the home place of NASCAR, the hometown of NASCAR, and where a lot of these guys are actually from in and around the North Carolina area. So this is sort of a home field advantage for some. Some obviously not going up to Canada and whatnot, but yes, this is the championship race, the championship finale for those four drivers on the left-hand side: Bostic, Bullard, Harrell, and Barletta. Whoever finishes highest is going to be tonight's Tech4Troops Cup Series champion. And right now, and the NB2 guys look like what they've done all season long. They've been strong, and we do have to say they did win the team championship this year. So NB2 Motorsports are crowned the team champions, and we'll see if one of those two drivers comes out on top.
Yeah, this was a fabulous league this season. And if you're just listening in, I mean, the tonight's season champion wins $240. Second place gets $100. Third place gets $60. So they pay off the top three, the podium finishers. On top of that, with the team championship with Bullard, Ty Bostic, and Jeff Nairn with NB2 Motorsports, they wrapped up and wound up with $180 in prize money. Goat Racing finished second. So this has just been a fabulous season for all of these guys. There's Dash for Cash money. There's Best Paint Scheme money. There's all kinds of stuff going on.
All sorts of stuff. And one thing that's going on right now is qualifying for this Tech4Troops Charlotte 350 Season 3 Finale. There's Harley Barletta in a little bit of a different paint scheme tonight. Bright yellow number 81 Tech4Troops car. Looking to have some representation there for Tech4Troops tonight. He's looking to possibly bring home a win. So we'll see what he's able to do as he is battling all these other guys out here on the track. And obviously battling Sammy Harrell, Ty Bostic, and Luke Bullard for that championship.
Yeah, on top of that, again, Tech4Troops has got a $50 award for tonight's best paint scheme as judged by Mr. Jason Parker of Tech4Troops. So there's that cash on the line. You've also got the Owl's Nest Pole Racing Award tonight. So lots of things happening here tonight. Again, this is the culmination of many weeks of racing and just great battles between all of these guys. Great turnout, great number of drivers made it out for tonight, and we're looking forward to a great race here at Charlotte. And speaking of that, let's kind of talk about what is tonight's race. What's the race info?
Yep, so race info for tonight's Charlotte 350. 200 laps, 60% fuel, no fast repairs, lots of tires that we expect to be used, 3 green-white checkers, obviously, and then a $50, like you mentioned before, Tech4Troops Scheme Skirmish Award, and the ONR Pole Award for tonight's race. Ooh, hard hit for the 81 right there on our screen. But, cool temperatures tonight, cool track. I believe we will be going through a transition from day to night, so that's going to affect how these cars handle as we go into the nighttime. But we got 200 laps under the lights here for portions of the race here at Charlotte here tonight. So right now, if we're looking back up at the top of the leaderboard, Sammy Harrell is sitting nice and pretty up there, and he's not only battling for the championship.
Sorry, watching Joey Doucette just lose the rear end out. It's so easy to do here at Charlotte. I mean, coming off of turn 4 at Charlotte, headed into the front stretch is probably the most exciting turn in motorsports. Oh,
it is, because the car gets light and it gets pretty narrow there. So you really got to pick and choose where you want to battle, and it's one of the most treacherous places. That's why we've seen a lot of wrecks happen there out of 4. So right now, Sammy Harrell not only battling for the championship 4, but also battling for the Dash for Cash award. So he's battling for a lot of things right now on the track. There is a look at William Mann Jr. in that always number 29 machine. That's blue, white, and red. Yeah.
Don't miss the hometown. He is, in real life, a literal stone's throw away from this track.
Yep, he is. So, I mean, it's definitely the hometown advantage is going to play a factor. Home field definitely matters here. So we'll see how that plays out. We got about a minute and a half left of qualifying. Looks like everybody's making their final laps around Charlotte Motor Speedway right now here in the Tech4Troops Cup Series, and we'll be bringing you live action as soon as we get back. Sammy Harrell still out front in front of all the other playoff drivers and in front of the rest of the field with the 30.12. But if you look at the top 3 there, Rick, it's only separated by 100th of a second between first, second, and third.
Just amazing. And they obviously, that is the preferred line that those guys are taking. And you're out here qualifying, you've got no help. You don't have anybody to draft with. That air is all dirty. It's all yours. So.
Exactly.
All right. So William Mann is done. And I think that kind of wraps up qualifying.
I believe so. I don't see anybody else actively on the track on my side.
Yeah, so a number of drivers did not qualify. They elected to just start at the back. It's a long race. This is 200 laps. It's a 1.5 mile track. Let's bring that back up again. So Charlotte's a little bit different. Just under a 1.5 miles, 1.45. But a big front stretch where it can get really crazy as you pick up you get a great run off of 4, and then you race across that start finish line. Lots of opportunities for wild adventures.
Absolutely, there sure is. Well, that adventure is about to start. We are getting cars on the grid right now for the final race of season number 3 of the Tech4Troops Cup Series. Obviously brought to you by Tech4Troops, 1111 Veteran Project, and U-Haul. And let's see if we can bring up our starting lineup, Rick, for tonight's Charlotte 350. I can't wait to get this one going. Here we go. So, on the pole, leading the championship drivers, Sammy Harrell. In second, you have Jeff Nairn in third, another playoff driver, Harley Barletta, followed by Mark Hanna in fourth. Zach Ward starting in fifth. Ty Bostic, another playoff driver, starting in sixth. Maurice Burnett in seventh. Jesse Vaughn in eighth. Luke Bullard in ninth. Luke Bullard is the last playoff driver. And then Ryan Pittman starting in 10th.
In 11th, you've got John Ledger on his outside, Joey Doucette. We've got Christoph Hall in 13th, Marco Berube in 14th. Not enough coffee today. William Mann Jr. in 15th, Philip Vandertwick in 16th, Charles Van Scoik in 17th, Austin Habel in 18th. Gosh, David Watson 19th, and Evan Amick rounds out the field.
Yep, got somewhat of a decent field here tonight. Thank you for everybody who's obviously tuned in. Thanks to all these drivers for coming out here to race in this last race. And, got to say this, if you are interested in running in the Tech4Troops Cup Series, you can go ahead and find the league on iRacing or message the chat. We'll be able to get you into the Discord, and we can get you involved in some form or shape or fashion. So love to grow the league and to bring new faces and new opportunities to this great league, and as well to the organization of Tech4Troops as well. So have any interest in that, go right ahead and do it. But Rick, looks like we have everybody's gridded up, and we are going to be sending them off here this time by. And right now, looking at the top 10, you got all 4 of the championship 4 qualifying in the top 9, with Sammy Harrell out front. So do you think we'll see a little bit of a gamesmanship out of these GOAT Racing guys tonight, trying to get that 43 car into the victory lane?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's going to be that way all night long between these guys. You're going to have, your goal is to get that teammate, if you can help in any way, shape, or form, to the front and make it happen. But again, it's a long race. It's 200 laps. This is the longest race we've run this season on this track, on a track this size. So you've got to have a lot of patience. This is not an easy track to drive consistently well. You've got 20 competitors out there. Each and every one of them could be a factor and has won or has had top 10 finishes. So, everybody's a player.
Everybody is a player. And right now we are about to get this race underway here, the finale, season finale of season 3. Pace car drops off. And one last time, we are going to get these guys on the Geico Restart Zone. Green flag in the air for the Charlotte 350 season finale for the Tech4Troops Cup Series. We are off as they go into turn 1.
Yeah, clean start. Turn 1
Oh,
is...
no, we're wrecking in the back. That's a playoff driver of Ty Bostic. That is Ty Bostic on the inside line.
He saved it. We did not go to a caution. Oh, 45 in the wall.
45, heavy contact into the outside retaining wall as we are now going down into the start-finish line. Field is separated heavily, but that's going to be terrible for Ty Bostic. Not what he was looking for at all, Rick. I don't know if you want to go back and take a look at that, see what happened there. Kind of looked like he got a little bit of help.
Yep, looking back to see just what we saw here. Let's see if we can find it.
I'll keep an eye on the actual race as we do that.
All right. See if we can find Bar Chase watching Ty Bostic.
So he's in that outside line.
Looks like the 88 comes up and taps him. That's Maurice Burnett, unfortunately. And then a little bit of contact in the rear with the 84. He does a masterful job of saving it.
Yeah, I mean, he should be good. The front of that car should be all right. It's the rear end of the car I'd be a little bit worried about, but obviously if you get rear end damage, that's not going to affect your engine at all. So that's, I guess you could say, a good sign, but still, that is not what you were wanting to see going into turn one on the first lap for a playoff driver. So that's kind of treacherous there for that team. But out front, we got a new leader. Harley Barletta has taken the lead from Sammy Harrell. And now he's under attack from Zach Ward.
Yeah, Zach Ward's in the outside line. Zach Ward also has, you've got the Sammy Harrell down below. You've got Jeff Nairn behind.
And just to give reference, Ty Bostic is now all the way back in 14th positions, minus 8 spots already in tonight's event. Not what he was looking for at all to start off his the last race of the season, hoping to grab a championship, but still very early on, Rick. I don't think he has any engine issues, so I think he should be ready to go. But another driver that got involved was the 84 of Jesse Vaughn. He seems to be doing well right in front of those guys, so everybody seems to be moving at their own pace all around this track.
Yeah, it looks like it was just basically a little bit of bent sheet metal, but not too bad. Nothing that's going to impede their success here. And with that minimal damage, during a pit stop, you may be able to just have that knocked out, and you should be in good shape.
Sure.
All right, but as you said, Harley Barletta is our new leader. Zach Ward in third, Jeff Nairn. Zach Ward in second, Jeff Nairn in third, and Sammy Harrell is in fourth. Maurice Burnett sits in fifth.
If you look at what just happened, the 7 car was very aggressive on entry, trying to get around this 81. I think that's going to pay dividends now, but may catch him on the back end a little bit tougher because he's using up the right side of that car, trying to get the lead. He's going to have the position getting out of turn 4. Going to have a little bit of help behind him from Jeff Nairn, but that is going to put the 7 to the point. See if he can complete the pass going into turn 1. I believe he will complete the pass. So new leader is Zach Ward in the 7 machine, and here comes, what a driver that could have been into this championship for, but Jeff Nairn, it would have been an additional MB2 driver, but Jeff Nairn showing some strong strides here early on.
So Charlotte's an interesting track. It's a bit of an older racing surface, definitely abrasive. It will cause these tires to go away relatively quickly, so we should be looking at, these drivers will start noticing that tire wear relatively quickly. I'm saying maybe 15, 18 laps. A lot of that new sticker tire effect is gone, and
easy. Yep.
Then at that point, you're dancing a little bit.
Yeah, definitely dancing around, and you don't want to use your tires up here early on. You want to be able to make this stint last as long as you can. I think that's what we've seen out of the 43 car right now, kind of taking a back seat. He doesn't have to win the race. The 81 doesn't have to win the race. They just have to finish ahead of the other 3 playoff drivers. So, with Ty Bostic already having his issues early on, that doesn't knock one guy out, but it obviously makes it a little bit harder if we go green. So, caution's out, though. We are not going to go green. We have a wreck in the back. I believe that's Ryan Pittman involved. Ty Bostic.
Ryan Pittman, Austin Hable as well.
Yeah, we got something going on in the back as well. I don't know if Ty Bostic was involved in that, but he looked like he did drop a position.
Behind the 88 of Ryan Pittman, you got the 41 to his inside. Looks like there's some minor contact, and unfortunately, that's all it took to toss the 80, the 08 off. Then, unfortunately...
Oh, no! That was Bostic.
It was Bostic.
Rick, as soon as I said... Oh, and then there's 48. I had the 6 involved.
Yep.
I mean, that was just, side drafting gone bad. We've seen that at multiple tracks this year, especially Pocono, if you remember that race. We saw a lot of incidents due to side drafting. So, unfortunate for those drivers, really unfortunate for Ty Bostic, Rick. And I don't want to say this too early. I know we're 12 laps in, but he's going to have heavy front end damage after hitting the 08.
Oh, he
may be done.
Put on the car. Looks like he's got toe link issues. His right front's pointing the wrong way.
I think it's safe to say that Ty Bostic's championship hopes have dwindled down to near zero. If these three guys stay out and are clean, that's the only other thing I have to say. Anything can happen, Rick. You know, you need to. You know, if I were Ty, like, okay, it's 12 laps in, you got involved in the wreck. It's terrible. I would try to get out there, get my car fixed as best I can, and just keep running laps, because even if he finishes 10, 15 laps down, you know, we've seen some of these races have some pretty serious incidents with the leaders. So you never know when that big one may happen, and you may get 2 or 3 of the championship guys taken out and out of the race. So, you know, not completely over, but it really diminishes his possibility of winning a championship.
Yeah, super unfortunate, because he's also not only racing for the championship, but he's also a Dash for Cash driver.
Yep, and so is Sammy. So him and Sammy Harrell are both in that category. So unfortunate for Ty. You know, it kind of just, I mean, literally from the jump, I mean, got turned and then got involved with the incident between the 41 and the 08. So really unlucky there. But I think we may get, one to go this time by. And Ty Bostic will be going 1 lap down here early on. So as it stands, that is going to put Harley Barletta, Luke Bullard, and Sammy Harrell, your top 3 for the championship right now, based off of current running order. Zach Ward up front with Jeff Nairn in second. So, that's where we stand, Rick.
All right. 13 laps in. A number of drivers did come down pit road, and they got fuel. A few guys, interesting enough, Sammy Harrell and Maurice Burnett both came in, and Christoph Hall, that all GOAT Racing guys, they took tires.
I don't blame them. I think that's a smart move. I think, you know, getting a little bit off cycle, we've seen that work very well for some teams this year. And, you know, with these guys not pitting up front, they are right in the midst of getting to where those tires are going to start to wear pretty heavily. So we'll see a little bit of a shakeup in strategy. If it goes green, we'll definitely see a mix-up in strategy, but that's going to definitely affect everybody's race so far. So right now, looking at it, we have, I believe, 16 cars on the lead lap, led by Zach Ward. So pace car drops off. Zach Ward is your leader. He is the control car. They've entered the Geico restart zone, and we are back to green flag racing here at Charlotte. 187 to go.
Top 5 cars in the running right now did not come in to take tires. They're going to be chased down by the pack behind him. And I think I saw Ty Bostic coming out on the track.
Yep, he's going to be 2 laps down, but you know, you never know. 2 laps down, get a couple of lucky dogs, and he's maybe back in this mix, you know, battling, obviously. I don't think he'll be extremely competitive, but still staying on the lead lap or close to it is a good sign. So right now we got some battle going on between Jeff Nairn and Harley Barletta going down into turn 1. That is for position, as Zach Ward is still out front. And right now, these top 5 are going to be definitely under some heat from everybody behind them who took tires. The first of those drivers is Charles Van Scoik there in the 41, looking to get around Luke Bullard, another championship playoff driver. So this is where we're going to start to see what those tires can do here, probably in the next 3 laps, I'd say. Everything gets up to temperature. You'll start to see the fall off for the front 5, and then you'll start to see the gains be made from the rest of the field.
All right, 185 laps to go here in the Tech4Troops Charlotte 350 Season 3 Finale. Again, we thank you for tuning in, and this league could not have been as successful as it has been without the generous donations and sponsorships of our sponsors, Tech4Troops, the 1111 Project, and U-Haul. These sponsors have made it possible not only for the cash awards for the drivers, but also for their continued support of the league and the entire organization. that brings this to you. So again, thank you to our sponsors, Tech4Troops, 1111 Project, and U-Haul.
Absolutely. Right now, Charles Van Scoik just put out the only driver to run a sub-30 lap time with a 29.983. So those new tires in the draft definitely playing a factor here early on. He is battling right now with the 81, trying to get around the 81 of Harley Barletta. And Ty Bostic is still 2 laps down. Seems to be somewhat on pace. His last lap was a 32.4. So definitely,
Off.
Off, but it's not as bad as I thought it could be.
Yeah,
So
he will need to come in and get some work done for sure.
For sure.
Jeff Narron is going to cross the stripe as your new leader. He has
There we
moved
go.
around Zach Ward and taken over first place.
Yep, and moving around the 81 is going to be the 41 of Charles Van Scoik. They battle right now out of turn 2. We will see how this battle shapes up as these guys go down into turn 3. Still side by side.
But the 81 has just kind of eked out a little bit, moved back into that place. You can only run down low for just so long here in Charlotte. You build up a lot of heat in those tires.
You do, and then once you get to the high side, you start to slide around a little bit as those tires start to cool off. So it's a real chess match with these tires here early on in these runs with the majority of the drivers, except for the drivers that came down pit road this last time by. But, yeah, it's definitely, if you're on the bottom and you try to make that stick the entire race, good luck. It's going to be a little rough. You'll start to burn off those left sides pretty bad, or right sides, rather. But as it stands, Jeff Narron out front, Zach Warden second, Harley Barletta, first driver that's in the championship battle, in third with Van Scoik and Bullard. Rounding out your top 5. Sammy Harrell is there in 8th. Ty Bostic back there, 2 laps down in 16th place. Last lap for Ty Bostic was a 32.6, so he's about 2 seconds off the pack right now, which means he'll be lapped about every 15 laps. With doing my math, if we go green, that means he will be about 8 to 10 laps down.
Yeah, so for Ty Bostic, he's really looking for a couple of things. He's looking for yellow flags that come out that don't involve him, and also the opportunity to come in and get work done, at least incrementally, over the next few yellow flags.
Yep, I would agree. The one thing that I see right now, though, in his bumper, you have David Watts making a lot of ground on him. So David Watts is also 2 laps down, battling for that position as the lucky dog. But Rick, we have basically a 7-car battle for the lead, and they are approaching these lap down cars. So this has always been interesting, not just on iRacing at Charlotte, but on any track. How you deal with lap down cars as the leaders on these mile and a half, sometimes it's pretty tough.
Yeah, especially since you're running basically 2 wide as the lead pack. So very often you will get some communication. Those drivers who are 2 laps down don't want to impede the run that the leaders may have, and they'll drop out of the way. But you know what? This is the last race of the season, and maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you want to make them go around you.
Absolutely. I mean, right now, what you're seeing is the battle right there between the 81 and the 43 and the 3. They're all right there. Obviously, the 41 separates them, but those are all championship playoff drivers. What Ty Bostic is hoping from here on out is like, hey, guys, just go ahead and, wreck yourselves, because I'm pretty lonely back here. And that's what he's hoping for to try to get back in this race. There he is right now, right in front of these leaders. But these leaders are battling side by side, Rick. They've been doing this for the last 3 or 4 laps.
Yeah, and they are just about. Ty Bostic, the gentleman, he just pulled off. He's on the. He's below the line. A lot of banging going on in that lead pack there between the 41, the 7,
Yeah, I mean, it looked like the 43 of Sammy Harrell actually got involved with Luke Bullard there on the backstretch.
Two playoff drivers.
Yep, two playoff drivers getting into it. And here comes Charles Van Scoik now to the bottom side, trying to battle for the second place spot. And here comes the 3 down below the 27 of Jeff Nairn. So you got fresh tires, you got old tires, everybody trying to make it through here as Harley Barletta is back up to the point.
Yep, and he is also, that's an opportunity for Harley. He is also in the Final 4. He is out front, but he's got Bullard and Harrell behind him. Took a little 3-car breakaway here between Barletta, Scoik, and Bullard.
And it looks like old tires aren't really mattering that much. I mean, Van Scoik looks much faster than the 81, but it doesn't look like it's affecting him too much because the 3 is able to keep up right with with them. I think that may be an effect of the toe that they're getting off the draft. But what we're seeing for 4th, here comes Sammy Harrell now into the picture. So you have playoff drivers running 1, 3, and 4 with the 41 right on the back doorstep of that 81 machine. I mean, he is basically bump drafting him as they go down the front.
Yeah, the fall off here appears to be less than half a second. If you look at the best lap of Van Scoik as a 29.98, right now that last lap was a 30.82, so almost a full second. But for Barletta, it was 3/4 of a second difference from his best lap. That's not much of a fall off after for Barletta. He's run all 32 laps on this set of tires.
He has, and he's out front, and he is basically saying, hey, I am out here. 41 may get a run on the inside, though he has the fresh tires. And here he goes. Maybe Harley Barletta blocks him. Yeah, I don't blame him. Do the right move. But I think what this is going to do, this is going to open up the door for the 43 to go right underneath the 81, which didn't want to have happen. Basically, the 41 opened the door. We got banging out of the corner. And this is what we came to see.
This is what you find at the 1.5 miles with this new car.
Exactly. Barletta up to the top, 43 of Sammy Harrell on the bottom lane as they battle out of turn 2. Going to slide up the track here.
But Van Scoik takes over the lead here. Lap 32.
Barletta succeeds. He is now overtaken by the 43 machine of Sammy Harrell. So that puts the GOAT Racing guys 1-2.
Oh, 41 takes that low line. 43 goes high. Kind of gives up that position a little bit here. Let's see if that makes a difference for Barletta.
Big run. Big run out of the 43.
Huge run. And he's taken over the lead.
Got a little tight there in the middle of the corner. And there we go. You got the switch. New leader. Sammy Harrell, playoff driver. One of the championship 4 leading the field here, separated by his teammate. Followed by an 11-11 AJM driver of Harley Barletta and a NB2 driver of Luke Bullard, who's trying to get by the 81.
Well, you got 3 out of the 4 playoff drivers right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Stay right here. You won't miss a thing. We'll be going side by side. We'll be right back.
When veterans get out of the military, a lot of them don't know how to translate their skill sets into the civilian world, and they lapse into poverty or into homelessness. But it can be easier with the right support. At Tech4Troops, our mission is to empower veterans in need with computers and training to get back in the workforce. We want to be able to support our veterans across the nation.
All right, welcome back to the Tech4Troops Charlotte 350 Season 3 Finale here on the IWM Broadcast Network, brought to you by the Tech4Troops organization and Tech4Troops Cup Series. So also in the booth tonight, we've got Jason Parker with Tech4Troops. Jason, how's it going?
What a pleasure to be here. You guys hear me okay?
We can hear you just fine.
Fantastic. I am blown away by what you guys have been able to do this season at the IWM Broadcast Network. All of the drivers and just everybody representing us and looking out for our cause, pushing our mission forward. So with that being said, I want to already acknowledge our winners of the scheme skirmish tonight. I know I said there would only be a $50 winner, but after seeing some of these guys, I'm putting my own money on the line here, and I'm going to pick 2 more winners tonight after our first place. That's going to get some sweet, sweet loot. So right now, let's be looking at Mr. David Watt. What a fantastic paint scheme. It stands out. I love it. It's the red, white, and blue, and there is a cause there, a deeper meaning that means so much to me and what we're doing at the Tech4Troop game court. Looking out for veterans and trying to drive that 22 people adjacent to the military that take their own lives every day down to 0. So in addition to Mr. Watts, I am going to say that easily number 2, and everybody put in such great effort. I hate awarding an order, but number 2, we're going to say Mr. Harley Barletta. You are our second place winner and the proud winner of $20 in sweet, sweet Amazon loot. Thank you so much. That is an eye-catching yellow. I didn't know those cars came in banana, but it's fantastic. I like it so much. And then for our third place winner, I'm hoping my memory holds out, but it's Mr. Jeff Naran.
Jeff Naran, you're close.
That's it. I was so close. I got the first name right. So Jeff, that's congrats to you. You stuck in my memory there. So, but what a fantastic job. And $20 in sweet, sweet Amazon loot is all yours. So I will be making contact with you guys on the Discord tomorrow. We have some amazing things coming up for Tech4Troops Game Court for Season 4. And I just can't wait to see what we do next.
Well, we were looking forward, Jason, and as always, we appreciate your involvement with the organization, your passion for what you do, not only about your cause, but also how gaming can help that cause as well. So certainly appreciate it. All right, so there was a caution during all of that.
There was?
Yeah, there was. We'll bring you up to speed. I think Austin Abel may have been involved. Let's see if we can figure out just what happened there.
Sure. Also want to say shout out for Jason coming on. Love having him a part of the broadcast. You know, when he can get up here, love to have him every week if we could. But there's a 6.
Yeah, let's try to figure out just what happened here.
Blown motor? Question mark?
Well,
I don't know.
let's see.
Out of gas?
Oh, so he tried to get down pit road. Spun. Going the wrong way on the track definitely does not help.
That'll cause a caution.
Now trying to get back up to speed, but that brought out the caution.
That did. Interesting there for that number 6 car. But as I was alluding to, love having Jason on board and loving just every minute that we've been able to partner with Tech4Troops and help their cause and be partners with them in the gaming world and the iRacing world. So thanks, Jason, for coming on. And yeah, those paint schemes he picked tonight. I love the banana reference. I don't think I've ever seen a banana car either. I think banana yellow should be brought back for sure. So that did, though, speaking of the banana yellow car and other cars, we have drivers coming down pit road a few laps to go under this caution. I believe everybody came down this past time and got gas. We have a couple drivers there still on pit road. Should be getting one to go this time by. But at the point, you have Sammy Harrell, Charles Van Scoik, Barletta, Bullard, and Burnett, your top 5.
Yeah, I think Ryan Blaney would probably agree with you on that paint color. All right, so out front on both in front of the inside and outside lines are 2 GOAT diecast racing cars of Sammy Harrell on the inside, Charles Van Scoik on the outside. Behind them, Harley Barletta and Luke Bullard. So again, top 4, 3 out of 4 playoff drivers right there. Maurice Burnett not far behind, John Ledger, Maurice Burnett, Zach Ward, Jeff Neeren, Blue Man Jr., Joey Doucette. That is your top 10. Lights are off on top of the pace car. We will be green next time by.
We will, and playoff drivers looking at them right now. We got 1st, 3rd, and 4th, and 18th. Unfortunate for Ty Bostic, 6 laps down, but he's still going to try to battle out there. Pit road is now closed. Pace car is down pit road, and we have green flag back out here with 44 out of 200 complete, 157 to go as the field dives down into turn 1. You got 2 distinct lanes, Rick, the outside and you got the inside. Looks like the inside prevailed.
Imagine that. That may have been on purpose. Maybe so. Oh,
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of contact there with the wall, and that will happen here at Charlotte. So this time by, pretty much everybody got, including those guys earlier, they took another set of tires.
Which should leave them with 5 additional sets in the pits with 155 to go.
Well, they started with 7. That's 1 on the car and 2 and 6 in the pits. So they've already used up 2. So they've got only
4
left. So.
Yep.
And there's a lot of racing to go.
I mean, you could split it up 50-50 and 50, or I guess not 50-50-50. You could split it up like 30-30-30, and then 30 again. That'd only be 120, more like 35 on that perspective. So we'll see. We'll see what the strategy looks like, but everybody on equal tires here, and the 43 of Sammy Harrell out front with a little bit of a buffer to his teammate there in second of Charles Van Scoik. Harley Barletta in third, Luke Bullard in fourth, and Maurice Burnett in P5. Would like to say Ty Bostic is now, it looks like he's still somewhat able to keep up a little bit. Not great, but definitely made a little bit of improvement on this last stop. So we'll see how he's able to compete as the race goes on. 43 a little loose there.
Yeah, one of the things we didn't talk about today, which we had prepared, was talking about your keys to tonight's race. Here we are, 1/4 of the way through. And I think pretty much all of those things you highlighted that we'll bring up right now are important.
Yeah, right now. So, I mean, looking at not only what's going on the track, but the 3 keys that I had for tonight, you have to conserve tires. A little bit of contact between the 43 and the 81. Oh, big hit into the outside wall for the 3 car. But 3 keys for tonight: tire conservation, track position, and pit strategy. You gotta conserve the tires, obviously, here on a 1.5 miles. You have to have track position, which is shown to play multiple dividends for the 81 and the 3, and also pit strategy, knowing when to come down pit road and when to take tires, when not to take tires, and We haven't seen any green flag stops, but I imagine we'll see those by the end of the race. So right now, the one driver that's been able to do that has been the 81. He has one set to the good due to him staying out this last second to last caution. So pit strategy and tires are definitely in his favor as of where we are right now. But Rick, look at this wasp's nest of cars we got battling basically for first through 10th.
Yeah, especially you got the 3 playoff drivers, 1, 2, 3 right now, battling out amongst them.
Oh, 3 wide. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. We got a car wrecked in the wall, 3 wide with John Ledger. Car heavy contact. I'm not sure who that is. I think that's William Mann Jr.
Yeah, he already jetted to pit road.
Yeah, he got sent into the wall. Didn't mean to interrupt you there. I saw it out of the corner of my eye on my other screen.
No worries. No caution came out. He basically wrecked and then automatically towed to the. You can do that here in iRacing, not so much in real life, but pretty much he removed himself from the race, so the caution did not come out, and now he is on pit road making repairs if he can to return back to the track. But you've got side-by-side racing here with 2 playoff drivers. Luke Bullard to the outside, Harley Barletta to the inside, and they are now 2 wide here at Charlotte.
Yeah, 2 wide, a couple rows on back.
Wrecking.
Oh, no, that is the 3. That is the 3 of Luke Bullard into the outside wall. No caution.
But he has got major damage to the outside.
Is he going to be able to make it down pit road? I don't think he's going to be able to.
I think that right front's gone.
What happened? I hear a lot of chatter. I don't know what they're saying, but I see drivers' names popping up. And when I see drivers' names popping up after an incident like this, I can only assume somebody's not happy. So
let's get quickly back behind the 3 here. So Bullard out to the front. In his lane, the 81.
Oh, no.
There's still no contact.
Oh, he's not clear, though, Rick. The 81's not clear. Man. Good job out of the 27 to avoid the 3. But that's 2 times where we've seen drivers get involved with the left front or the right front, the left rear of some of these drivers here tonight. So, interpret that as you may, but Luke Bullard is now on pit road
with
1 lap down.
Yeah, I think he's got some serious front toe link issues. He's going to have to get repaired.
Well, Rick, we need to go back up to the front. We got a serious battle going on right now between the 81 and the 43. 2 playoff drivers are probably going to be out of this race. That only leads 2 more. The 81 and the 43 battling nose to tail right there on the bottom side of your screen. Oh, car in the back spinning. Oh, he saved it. That was the 11.
Was it 11?
I think it was the 11.
You're right. You're right.
But, Rick, I was not expecting this to happen this race.
Nope. 81 was not clear, unfortunately.
Now we got the 2 not championship drivers. You have the 43 out front with Jeff Nairn, Van Scoik, and the last championship driver there, Barletta, rounding out the top 4. So got a little bit of separation between these drivers as of late. And, like we said in the pre-race, I expect to see a little bit of teamwork and gamesmanship out of these guys. It's what you're seeing right now between the 43 and the 41. 41's been trying to help out that 43 as much as he can.
So new leader right now, Jeff Nairn has moved up to the front. He's got the 43 of Sidney Harrell behind him, the 41 of Charles Van Scoik, and then Harley Barletta is 4th. Maurice Burnett and John Ledger are sharing 5th place.
And Luke Bullard is now 5 laps down. Ty Bostic is 6 laps down, but Bostic is on the track. So Bostic's been able to stay 6 laps down since we've gotten green. So obviously his car is performing a little bit better. I'm looking at his most recent lap time. His most recent lap time was a 31.6. The leader's most recent lap time was a 30.6. So a little bit better there. Definitely going to keep him in slight contention as this race goes on. But new leader, we got Jeff Nairn out front. And Harley Barletta is now dropped back to 5th.
Yep, the 19 of John Ledger is high on the outside. He tucks in behind the 81 of Harley Barletta. Luke Bullard remains in the pits trying to get repairs made. He had some serious toe link damage. It's going to take a while to get that knocked out.
It sure is. And with Luke Bullard's issues, that is going to move Ty Bostic up into the 3rd place spot in technically the championship. So we'll see how this fares as the race goes on. But as it stands,
great battle between Sammy Harrell and Jeff
absolutely
Nairn here, side by side.
Going to get a little bit of a tow from the 41 down on the inside as they go into turn 1. Going to help that 43 go to the point.
So it's 62 laps in the books here, 200 in total.
Seems kind of quick, doesn't it? Kind of. To me, it seems like it's gone by a little bit quicker than I thought it would. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just it's kind of like one of those things you don't want it to go away. This is the last race of the season 3, and a couple of things that are upcoming between now and the first of the year. The Tech4Troops League and IWM Broadcasting and iRacing Motorsports, they will be putting on a number of recruitment races, as well as they will have a SRX similar event that will be starting in a few weeks. That will be in between now and our official next Tech4Troops series that kicks off in January. Lots going on here at IWM.
Lots going on. Can't wait to see those series on the track and see what these guys got. But a lot coming. So if you like what you've seen tonight, definitely hit that like button and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any races that we broadcast here on the IWM Broadcast Network, whether it's Rick and myself, John, or whether it's some other broadcasters that we have on board. We appreciate everybody who's a part of the Tech4Troop family, the IWM family, as well as all of the people who are subscribed to us on social as well on YouTube. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. And we got 136 to go, so don't leave your seat. We've seen a lot of action right now, a lot of drama with these playoff drivers, so I don't expect that to taper off anytime soon. But as it stands, no, not at all. But as that stands, Harley Barletta is slowly dropping back, and the 43 of Sammy Harrell slowly moving up through the field.
Yeah, Sammy Harrell is your leader right now. Charles Van Scoyk in 2nd, John Ledger in 3rd, Jeff Nairn in 4th, and Maurice Burnett sits in 5th. And as you're alluding to, in 2 weeks on Thursday night, the 26th, we bring to you the final cut race in the iNASCAR Cup Series. That will be at Martinsville. And then we have their finale, which will be on November 2nd. So two events back-to-back on next Thursday night, the 26th, and then Thursday night, the 2nd of November.
Going to be exciting on those. Love broadcasting those. Great leagues.
How is November here?
I have no clue. No clue. It's just absolutely blowing me away. Just all the time. It's this year's dwindling down, and we are approaching 2024. 2024 here. I saw something the other day. It was like 75 days until Christmas, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me!"
Whoa.
Yeah.
I am not prepared.
I know. The first thing I thought of was like, okay, well, I know what I need to start thinking of. But we obviously have Halloween before then. We have Thanksgiving, of course. other major holidays. But yeah, I saw that it was like 75 days until Christmas, I believe, or something like that. And I was like, whoa. Okay. Actually, I think that may be today. If you do the math on it, 30 would be 60 plus another 14 or 15. That would be just about right with the 31 days in October. Yeah, I think it's actually today. Anyways, out front, Sammy Harrell.
Yep, and Sammy Harrell's out front. Also, Maurice Burnett is sitting back there in 5th. Why that's important is Maurice is also out there chasing Dash for Cash money. Zach Ward as well. He is currently in 8th. And in addition to tonight, I believe that at tonight's Tech4Troops Cup Series Finale, the highest finishing non-playoff driver will win a quarter 124 scale diecast of their choice from GoatRacingDiecast.com. And in addition, the second highest finishing non-playoff driver will win a 164th scale diecast of their choosing from GoatRacingDiecast.com. So I'd thank Chuck Van Scoik for his gracious gift to the league and to his drivers. And we certainly encourage you to visit their site of GoatRacingDiecast.com and check out what he's got. All right, 72 laps in the books. We're going to take another quick commercial. We will be right back, and we'll see you on the other side. Thanks for tuning in to the IWM Broadcast Network.
Are you looking for a way to safely and securely dispose of your old electronic devices? Why not donate them to Tech4Troops? Tech4Troops is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to bridging the technology gap for in-need veterans and their families. The donation process is quick and easy. Simply go to tech4troops.org and click on the donate link at the top right-hand side of the page. Scroll down to access the Give Back Box link. To create your shipping label, click Add to Cart and complete the checkout process. The shipping label is good for up to 50 pounds. You can recycle most standard shipping boxes to send in your devices. Oh, don't forget the power cords. Give new life to your old technology by responsibly recycling with Tech4Troops. Help save the environment and support a veteran.
All right, welcome back to the IWM broadcast of the Tech4Troops Charlotte 350 Season 3 Finale. Your leader, Sammy Harrell, who also happens to be one of the final 4 drivers here in this league. Second, Chuck Van Scoik. Third, John Ledger. Fourth, Harley Barletta. Zach Ward sits in 5th. Jeff Nairn in 6th. Joey Doucette in 7th. Maurice Burnett in 8th. Jesse Vaughn in 9th. And Christoph Paul up to 10th. So they last pitted 35 laps ago. What do you figure we should be looking at for pit strategy?
Probably about 40. 40 would be my estimate. The reason why I say 40 is because with 7 tires that they had total, 6 in the box, that means you can go to 40 to 80 to 120 to 160. Basically, that's 4 to 5 stints. So it's coming soon. I don't know when, but I think pit stops are going to be happening sooner than later. I see some drivers coming across the chat right now. Not sure if any are coming in, but yep, some should be coming in fairly soon. So I say about 35 to 40. I think we're right in that range.
Jesse Vaughn is the first driver on pit road. So if they're coming in now at 37 laps, could make for an interesting finish. We'll see how these guys play out, whether someone stays out as long as they possibly can and really press the fuel mileage. Of course, this run started with a yellow flag restart, so
yeah, a little bit off cycle for some of these guys. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think we're kind of back on track a little bit due to where the cautions played out. But I think right now we're probably going to see 40 is my guess.
Well, one of the people we'll definitely turn to is we'll see what happens with these GOAT diecast racing guys. They seem to put a lot of time and effort into figuring out the best time on and off for their team.
Yeah, I mean, that's the key. I mean, I think right now Barletta may be a little bit faster on the long run, but if you have a team like what these the 43 and the 41s have been able to do all season long, they gain so much time on pit road, and they gain so much time net between all the other drivers due to pit situations and pit cycles that it only helps them out that they're out front. So I think this could be a huge advantage and a little bit of cushion that they could benefit from going down, further into the race with 120 to go. As you see, Barletta now passing John Ledger for third. So yeah, we'll see how it plays out.
So we're just seeing about 1 second of fall off on these tires. Austin Habel is now in the pits. David Watts has made his stop. He is now getting out of the pits now. Zach Ward and Christoph Hall are both coming down pit road. So yeah, right at the 40 mark. So we'll expect to see the 43 and the 41 getting ready to come down pit road. There's the 43. The 41 stayed out.
Interesting call.
Oh, the 81 slid. The 81
Oh,
slid.
no. And I think there's another car sideways. That's the 19 of John Ledger. Watch out, watch out. Oh.
He is going backwards on pit road. He's got to flip that car around.
Well, that's 3 out of the 4 playoff drivers, Rick, that had issues. And this is just going to increase the gap between that 81 and that 43 machine.
So it looks to me, I'll have to go back and not sure that I could pull it out. Let's try to. Yeah, it didn't cause a flag. So that's the best we could do. Yeah. But in the meantime, we are under caution.
Uh-oh.
Yep, for a spin by, I think, Joey Doucette.
I believe that is correct. Good sign for the 81. Not a good sign for Joey Doucette. A couple AJM guys having some issues. Right out of pit road. Did he hit the bump? Bingo. So there is a little bit of a hidden bump. Whoa, that was close. But if you go back, if we look on board of the 11 as he was exiting pit road, Rick, there is a bump that you never want to hit. Typically, every time you hit that, you will lose the rear end of the car. So it happens every time. It's happened to me. You'll see when he goes back. Yep. You'll see when he goes back over it here. You'll see the front of the car dip down and the back end step out right there. Hits that bump and he's gone. Just lost it.
Super unfortunate. We're now back under pit road. That did give an opportunity to Charles Van Scoik to come down onto pit road, get his. So he picked up 3 laps over the previous round of drivers.
Interesting.
So lap 85 is complete. We are now under caution for a spin off of pit road by the 11 of Joey Doucette. Unfortunately has put Joey Doucette a lap down. And we are right in the middle of, at the time, green flag pit stops. That allowed everybody else to pretty much catch up and circle back around. So right now, I think everybody has come back down here on lap 80, 81, 84, and so we're under the same scenario. We're starting from a a fresh tire run again from a caution. Now the field is kind of jumbled up. I'm sure race control will get this sorted out. And there were drivers who are probably looking for a wave around because I think the leaders are still showing at the tail end of the pack. So.
It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I mean, obviously we have playoff implications, with two of the drivers not even in contention anymore, with Bostic and Bullard, and now, Harrell and Barletta, what can they do with the circumstances at hand? It's going to be interesting to see really what unfolds and how pit strategy works, because, I mean, if you think about it, they just came down pit road. This should extend the cycle a little bit, and we will see these guys come down pit road. I mean, if we have 40 laps, you got what is that, 128? Or my bad. No, that'd be 128, 138. 128, I'd be right. 128, and then 168, and you got a 32-lap run to the end. So, I mean, these guys may try to make it on two more stops.
So the next stop takes us to, you said 138?
That's where that's where my estimates are taking me right now.
176. Well, Vince, go ahead, he did it with 44 laps. That certainly is possible.
It definitely is. Now, do you want to do it on 44? I don't know. I mean, if you want to stack the back end, if you want to, go long, long, short, you want to go short, long, long, you want to go long, short, medium. It kind of gets into like almost like Formula One in a sense. How do you want this to play out with your pit strategy? Now, I just got word from race control, Rick, that we have extended the caution by 1 lap to let the field catch up. So we will not be going green this time by. We'll be going green next time by.
That makes perfect sense. There was certainly an off-cycle green flag pit stops that were underway. The caution kind of jumbled it all up, and now, as you can see from the track map, a number of drivers are racing around to catch back up to the field. Best to try and do this one more time and get better organized. All right, a number of drivers are still on pit road making repairs. Ryan Pittman and Luke Bullard is back there, still trying to make repairs. I'm sure Ty Bostic has been doing the same thing. Oh, Mark Hanna is stopped on the track.
That's not good.
No, I'm sure. Well, race control will figure it and get it all sorted out. All right, he's back underway. I guess he was just trying to find his spot. All right, so the lights are off on top of our pace car. That means next time by the stripe, we will be back to green flag racing here at Charlotte for the Tech4Troops Charlotte 350 Season 3 finale. And again, I want to thank you for tuning in. From myself, Rick Souza, John Durgis, my co-broadcaster here on the IWM Broadcast Network, we really appreciate you tuning in. And whether you're watching it live or on the replay, thank you again for tuning in this season. And we can't wait to bring you what we've got planned for the next season.
Really quick, Joey Doucette has dropped down to the apron. I do not know what happened, but it looks like Joey Doucette has come across. Not really sure. He is still stopped. I don't know, green flag back in the air. Really odd out of Joey Doucette. I'm not really sure what happened. I couldn't hear what happened over the mic, but Joey Doucette is now a lap down.
Yeah, first car down on the I don't see anything with this car. I'm not sure why he chose to do that, but
here we go.
3 wide on the back.
Oh, that was tight. Hard racing as we go down to the
whoa! Contact with the 54.
We got the 48 loose coming out of turn 2 as well, right in front of the 11. All sorts of beating and banging going on here tonight.
Absolutely.
Here.
Out front, Charles Van Scoik is leading. He's got Maurice Burnett second, Jeff Neer in third. Harvey Barletta is in fourth, Zach Ward in fifth. The 40 get a run on the 11. I thought he was going to take a pass him there. Is back underway.
He is, and he is sitting right there. I believe he is pretty far down on laps. Over 30 laps down.
Yeah, let's see if we can get his speed back up. He did spend an excessive, almost 23 minutes in on pit road, and now he's headed back down pit road. I don't think he felt he was able to get the speed he wanted. That's unfortunate.
Unfortunate, as Ty Bostic is down 8 laps. Luke Bullard is down 37, now 38 laps. So Ty Bostic still got a decent gap over Luke Bullard. The other 2 playoff drivers.
And Luke
4th
Bullard has retired.
7th. Yep. So unfortunate there for the 3. Such a good season. He won his first race at the first race of the year, locked himself into the playoffs, and tough way to end out such a good year for NB2 Motorsports. I mean, that's 2 NB2 guys, Rick, that are more than likely out of this championship hunt. So your team, if you want to call it constructor/team champion, NB2 out of playoff and out of championship driver contention here tonight. Only leaving Farley Barletta, barring any wrecks, and Sammy Harrell, who are now 4th and 7th.
Oh, contact in the wall. That was a 45 of Barcana. I thought. No, that was Maurice Burdett. Sorry, Mark. It was the 88 of Maurice Burdett making contact with the safer barrier. And here, like Benny Trucks, again, when you hit that safer barrier, it is like flypaper. It just sucks you back and you're stuck to it.
Yep, it's like glue. It doesn't like to let go. So
it's like he may be battling a little bit of an ill-handling race car.
Just looks like it's hard to make a left-hand turn.
So he's got a little bit of developed a bit of a push. Again, yeah, he tags the wall on corner exits. Better run there. That's the number 88, and in 8th place, that is Maurice Burnett. All right, Charles Van Scoik continues to lead. He's got a significant lead over 2nd place Jeff Nairn, who has his hands full with the 7 of Zach Ward.
Yeah, to say the least, hands full. I mean, they've been battling side by side now for a few laps, and there goes a 7 in front of the 27. And when you think that the pass is made, the 27 comes back on the high side. May see a crossover now going into turn 3. Nope, maybe not.
Well, they're right there with the 81 of Barletta right there, and the 19 of John Ledger. right behind them, you've got the 43. Now you've got some lap down cars that are in between them, but Sammy Harrell is back there in 6th place. Jeff Darren is driving a great race tonight. He's battling side by side with the 81. The 11 tries to slip up underneath as well. The 27 continues to run that high line. But the 81's got a little bit of a push from the 11, moving him a car length out. Just passing halfway here. Lap 101 is in the books. And we're halfway through the Tech4Troops Charlotte 350 Season 3 Finale.
How crazy is that?
Charles Van Scoik is your leader with a almost 3 second lead over second place Zach Ward. Zach Ward has kind of turned himself loose. He's got the 45, I think, in front of him. That's Mark Hanna. Mark Hanna is, I think Mark Hanna's 2 laps down, but that's the barrier between him and catching up. Actually, he probably could take advantage of that 45 and maybe help him turn a better lap. But he works his way past the 45.
And you know, while this is going on, Charles Van Scoik, 3 seconds out.
Yeah, he's checked out.
He's gone.
Beat
He is
you
like,
to
see you later. Yeah, he is like, see you later. So, it's another, great showing out of the 41 car. So, not anything, like we haven't already seen out of that machine. So, awesome to see. But here we go. Battle is now on for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Even 2nd place, too.
Yeah, 2nd place of Zach Ward is right there, but that seems to swap a bit. Of course, the 81 is chasing him down. He's got the 11 behind, the 19 behind him. As they work their way around the 40. Oh, contact with the 45. Contact with the 45.
He is going to have major damage now in through the grass. Back up the track, wrecked into the 43. That's a playoff driver, Rick. Sammy Harrell involved. What in the world did we just witness?
Wow. You know what? It's not paying dividends to have that yellow stripe on your car tonight.
No, it's not.
Let's see if we can back this up a little bit here. So obviously the 45 is running tight with the 11. Gets tapped, winds up in the grass. Tough place to be, and comes right back up.
And collects 4 cars. I mean, it looked like he was full throttle through the grass. I mean, he didn't look like he slowed down any speed at all. It was a high-speed lawnmower.
Here you go. Here's it live. Oh, look at the RPMs. Yeah. That's unfortunate for a lot of drivers. All right.
So that's going to be, pit stops. Sammy Harrell has damage. That's 3. 3 out of the 4. I guess, let me say, well, no, all 4 of them have had issues because the 81 spun on pit road. Rick, the last set of pit stops.
Yep, absolutely. Again, it's not paying.
No, it's not.
Oh, the 43 was sliding out of his pit stall. Looks like he got what he needed. He doesn't look like he's got any major damage on that car, luckily, for the 43. What's our fourth caution of the night? At lap 106, we had an incident with the 45 who got, because that car was upset with a little bit of contact and then wound up running through the grass, and unfortunately as he came off, he ended up collecting a number of drivers, including the 43 of Sammy Harrell.
Yeah, it's not been very friendly, like you said, for the Yellow Stripes tonight. All of them involved in some shape or fashion. I think the 41 should be okay. He did have some left side damage, but I don't think that should affect his performance. I mean, Rick, that was actually, probably as lucky as that 41 or the 43 could get, because if that 45 would have hit him a little bit further on back or a little bit in the right front, that toe link would have been gone. So it's very lucky for the 43.
I'm also showing that possibly Zach Ward was involved in something. Let's see if we can go back and figure out what happened with Zach Ward here. Oh. Just kind of locked it up.
I wonder if he downshifted.
All right. So let's try to give you a bit of where we are standings wise. Harley Barletta is currently your leader, and he is out there. He is also a playoff driver. Charles Van Squik is in second. John Ledger third. Sammy Harrell is up to fourth. Zach Ward is fifth. Christoph Hall is sixth. Marco Ruby up to seventh. Jeff Barron in eighth. Joey Doucette in ninth. And Maurice Burnett is sitting in 10th. Jesse Vaughn sits in 11th. Those guys are all on the lead lap. We've had a number of incidents. We've got 4 championship playoff drivers. Ty Bostic was involved in an incident early on. He has made repairs, but his car is continuing. It's out there. It's running. Not quite the speed, I don't think, that he is. Oh, what just happened?
Whoa. Okay, back that one up.
Was that Sammy Harrell again?
That was, but did he? All I saw was him hit the wall. It caught me off guard. I was looking at the other screen. What in the world happened?
So we're watching the 43 here. We're not sure what has occurred. Bear with us. We're just going to crawl along here at quarter speed here on the replay in slow motion. See if anything turned him into the wall. That's Christoph Hall, a teammate behind him.
Oh, he tried to gas it up and he, I think, turned right. Oh, hard impact.
Yeah, there's no contact with any other driver.
Weird. But now we're back green flag racing. Rick, let's speed it up a little bit. I think we're still at half speed. There we go. That is live action back green flag racing. That's so weird. I don't know what happened. But here he is, sitting there in 5th. Still
Makes
going
no
the right
sense.
directions.
No idea what just happened.
We've seen some weird things tonight. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, is it a full moon? I mean, it's got to be a full moon.
I mean, October 13th is on a Friday in 2 days, so, I mean, we may be getting some spooky stuff early. So I don't know.
Crazy. So, with this being the last race of the season, weird stuff has occurred, obviously. We're sitting here talking about it. We haven't seen incidents like that all season long. We've run through this entire playoff season. We haven't seen a playoff driver being taken out like that, between what happened with the 3 and again with the 22. Just some bad luck. But
Yeah, I mean, this has been one of those races, you know.
relatively decent luck continues for the 81 of Barletta here on lap 113. Cross every finger, knock some wood.
Yeah, I was about to say, you may need to knock on some wood. I know I just did, because who knows what's about to happen. With 41 behind him, here he goes, down to the bottom side, 41 going into turn 3.
Easily gets a great run and works his way around him. The 7 is trying to make an attempt as well. Tight racing, watch that rear corner. That 7 got a great run. 19 of Ledger is there as well. Chuck continues to lead.
Yep, we've seen him do that all night long, and as it stands right now, Barletta is in front of Sammy Harrell there for the championship. So they've been separated only by a few cars all night long, so that battle is very close, very intense between those two guys. Both looking to bring home their first championship here in the Tech4Troops Cup Series. So see how they're able to make their way through and see who prevails with 85 to go. 85 to go.
Ty Bostic's last lap was a 31.35, just about a second off the pace. So I think that's improvement over what happened at that earlier incident and the repairs made. So
correct.
Hopefully he continues. Looking on back. Battle back here between the 99 of Marco Bruby and Jeff Nairn, working his way by the 88 of Maurice Burnett. Further on back, Jesse Vaughn is just out here, just turning laps. He does not have anybody with him, but he has stayed on the lead lap. He is still in 11th. He is the last car on the lead lap, but he's still out there making pace. Saw Ty Bostic coming down. His car looking a little bit better. His pit crew has done a good job of banging out the damage.
Hey, added a new hood to the car too.
They did.
Didn't know that they kept spare hoods.
It's amazing what you can do in iRacing.
It is. Those magicians on pit road.
Trying to get back through the drivers here. Let's see. Ryan Pittman is still on pit road. Here is David Watts. David Watts is, I think he's the first car, number of laps 4 laps down. So he's the first of the lapped cars still on the track. And really it's just him and Bostic.
That's what it looks like for sure.
But your leader continues to be Charles Van Scoik. He is out in front. He does have the 7 of Zach Ward on his tail, hunting him down. And that's really the most competition he's had with this. We were in events 14 laps ago. Usually by this time, at least what we've seen so far this race, he begins to stretch out his lead, but now he's got the 7 hot on his tail. Barletta is sitting back there in third, John Ledger. And then not far behind, you've got Sammy Harrell, Joey Doucette, and Christoph Hall right there. Like Sammy was a little loose coming out of 4.
Yeah, these tires are making their way, through the cycle, so it's gonna happen. Things are gonna transpire, and these tires are gonna start getting worn.
Well, we're down to 78 laps left.
78 laps until we crown that champion, Rick. It's going to be interesting to see who makes it in and wins that championship.
All right, so we're going to do a quick commercial break. We'll be side by side. You won't miss a thing. Thank you for tuning in to the IWM Broadcast Network. All right, welcome back to the Tech4Troops Charlotte 350 Season 3 Finale. Charles Van Skyke is your leader. Our top playoff driver for the championship is Harley Barletta. He is currently sitting in third. His chief competitor, Sammy Harrell, is right there in fifth, not far behind. We've got 76 laps to go. And we're looking for that next round of pit stops in about 20 laps. And that should be the final stop of the night.
I would think so. I would agree with you.
No, no.
Second to last.
Second to last. We need one. So 46. Well, that's going to be tight, right?
Yeah, I mean, if they pit now within the next, 40 laps from now is 157 or 167. There'll be 33 to go. I mean, they're good as of now. So anybody can kind of enter that cycle for the last 2 stops.
So if you assume 40, John, that's going to put you at lap 146. So 40 more would be lap 186. So obviously we're probably going to see a number of drivers choose short pit unless a yellow comes out. So we could potentially see again that next round of pit stops at 146, and then maybe again at 176, 175.
Yeah. Yep, it's going to be interesting. I mean, 2 stops is inevitable unless you think you can make it 94 laps on.
Here's an idea. You could come in now.
You could come in now and kind of almost split it up between like a 30-lap run and a 30-lap run, or a 40-lap run technically. So you'd go basically
40-30. You still need 2 more stops, but it's all about whether you try to short pit at the end or gamble that these cars that are in the race now are just going to run clean the whole way around.
Exactly. That's the game that you don't know if you want to play, because because you want to obviously maximize the delta between the maximum tire fall off and the minimum tire fall off. So you want to have, you want to stay out there for the longest period of time without losing the most time, and you want to, not burn them out. So I think strategy, my third key, is going to play a very big role in tonight with not only who wins the race, but between some of these playoff drivers. I mean, obviously, really the only 2, Barletta and Sammy Harrell there, the only two guys battling that are now only a second apart from each other. It's going to be close. We'll see. I mean, I'm imagining some of these guys are probably going to, whoa, big 84 up in the wall. Is that 84 in the wall?
He just came out of the pits.
Interesting.
Yeah, the 84, Jesse Vaughn, was on pit road. He pitted on lap 127. And looks like he may have had some contact with the safer barrier.
Yeah, we shall see.
A little bit of blinking with the 44 of Christoph Hall. I guess I could have saw that. Well, Charles Van Scoy now pushes his lead out to just under 2 seconds over second place Barletta. And Harley has his teammate John Ledger behind him. Sammy Harrell is back there. He's battling Joey Doucette and Jeff Nerin to try and get up there. Zach Ward is now coming down pit road. I'm thinking that maybe they are taking that strategy.
I think they might be. I mean, it's you go. Here's a car on pit road. I think that's Joey Doucette. That's one of the first takers. There we go. There's our answer. 134. So that puts my calculations at about 175 due to the fact he will cross the line. Actually, no, he'll cross the line at 134, so we'll be around 74, 75 when he comes back down pit road. So there's your pit stop, unless it's drive-through.
It's a drive-through.
Okay.
All right. Sammy Harrell is now coming down pit road. Zach Ward, I'm not sure what happened to Zach, but he was on pit road and still remains on pit road over a minute and 30-something seconds.
Well, this is just 50 shades of I don't know what's going on. Like I can't keep up, Rick. I don't know. Can you keep up? Because I can't keep up. I mean,
yeah.
it's
If you want to use one of the Wayback monitors and go back and try to see what happened to Zach Ward a bit.
Let's see if we can figure out what happened to the number 7 car of Zach Ward.
All right, Sammy Harrell pitted here on lap 134. That was a standard pit stop.
Oh, I figured it out. He got tagged. Oh, no. Lap 131. Entering pit road, Zach Ward got tagged by the 11 of Joey Doucette, which sent the 7 into the inside safer barrier and barrels on pit entry. That is exactly what happened, Rick.
So maybe race control issued the 11 a penalty?
That's my only assumption. That is my only assumption right now.
That he served the drive-through penalty.
Yep, he did. Because the 7 clobbered the safer barrier, clobbered the tires. Due to Doucette's little encounter behind him, right before Doucette hit the 7 was going 116. By the time Doucette ran to the back of him, he was going 125. So increased the speed by almost 10 miles an hour. Upset the rear end of the car, and he was just nowhere to go. So,
gotcha. All right. The shenanigans continue here in Charlotte in this Season 3 finale. Lap 139 in the books now. One playoff driver, Sammy Harrell, has made it down for his second to last stop. He'll stop one more time. Maurice Burnett in the 88 is on pit road for his service. Chuck Van Scoy continues to lead it out here in Charlotte.
I just got word that Joey Doucette had an incident point black flag, so he exceeded the incident points. It wasn't the incident itself that caused it, but it was the over incident limit that he achieved, which made him come down pit road. So, That's the answer from race control.
All right, and Christoph Hall is also on pit road. We can try to find that incident with Zach Ward.
It was 131 to be exact.
Lap 131?
Lap 131. You see, there's his car after slapping the inside wall.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pieces left.
So you'll see he's starting to drop off, and then the 11 tags him in the rear end right about now.
Oh, in the barrels.
Into the barrels.
There we go.
Got to call the race marshals to get those barrels cleaned up.
Yes, the marshals.
Got to figure out where they are these days. Either way, tough break for the 7.
Yep, 7's got an extended amount of damage. He's going to try and get repaired. His team is still in the pits trying to get those quarter panels sewn back on in that hood. Your leader continues to be Charles Van Scoik. The 84 now has come up. Now, the 84 is, I think, a lap down.
Yes, he is.
2 laps down. Trying to get 1 lap back here, which he does. Jesse's got fresher tires by about 20 laps. He pitted last on lap 127. Looks to be like a number of guys short pitted this pit stop to try and figure out the strategy that would be successful for them. John Ledger is now on pit road. Harley Barletta came in and is now headed out. Marco Burby is on pit road.
A lot of takers down pit road, so we'll see.
Well, we expected. Again, this is lap 145. If you pitted last around lap 106, this is your time to come in or so. We expect to see the leader, and the leader is now coming down pit road.
On lap 146, so can he go 54 laps? I don't think so. He'll have to come back down one more time for sure. For sure.
Good pit stop by the 41. Jeff Nairn is on pit road as well. All right, that puts Joey Doucette in the lead. First, Joey Doucette is in need of a pit stop. We should expect to see him down momentarily. He was one of the later stops, so he should be in any time.
Fairly soon, I'd say.
Just as we said, our calculators were correct. Here comes Mr. Doucette onto pit road. Now, that being said, the 43 of Sammy Harrell is now your leader.
Interesting. Sammy needs to finish as far ahead as he can of these guys, so we'll see how this plays out as the race goes on.
So, John, just kind of reflecting back on the season, we've seen really, season 3 here at the Tech4Troops Cup Series has really been an evolution from a driver and team perspective. Last year we saw the strength of the Average Joe Motorsports teams. They fielded a large group of drivers. They were extremely competitive, not amongst themselves, but also, they set themselves a bit ahead of the rest of the drivers. Season 3, we've just seen the blossoming of some of these other drivers and their teams, speaking specifically about NB2 and their success this year.
Oh my gosh! I mean, NB2 obviously had all of us, at the edge of our seat all season long, and it was because of not like they came out of nowhere, but they were the unexpected and what were, the team champions this year. I mean, they had an amazing run all season long with not only Ty Bostic and Luke Bullard making it into the championship 4, but Jeff Nairn making it into the playoffs as well. All 3 drivers, having such a strong run, winning multiple races between all of them. And the competition here in the Tech4Troops Cup Series was as competitive as I can remember a league being. And, we didn't really see that dominant team like we saw AJM, in the early years here at the Tech4Troops Cup Series. So we've seen the competition step up. And another team I have to say are these 2 guys out front, Sammy Harrell and Charles Van Scoik, Rick.
Oh, yeah.
I think they are the best, if you want to consider it. Not the rest, but I would say the 41 car is probably the best car, non-playoff car in the field, and has been consistently since he's been out of the playoffs. That 41 car is fast. He's already told everybody he's coming back next year. So if I had to do my 2 early predictions for next year, I'd watch out for Van Scoik because he has been at the front at literally every single race.
Absolutely.
So it's been awesome to watch. I love it.
Yeah, I was talking with a number of representatives from AJM as well. Next year, season 4, they've got their lap of drivers, maybe some new drivers as well coming back. So they're going to field some amazing teams. This is an opportunity for these teams to put together some winning organizations. Look, Tech4Troops Cup Series. This is not just a participation trophy. There's money each week. There's money at the end of the season. There's team dollars that are out there. There's individual dollars that are out there. And it's not just about money, but it's also about the level of competitiveness that's out here.
Oh, it's the competition's the best I think it's been with any league that I've been a part of, as well as the Cup Series as it's been in its evolution from when we started it. So I gotta say, hats off to everybody that's been a part of the league. Hats off to you, Rick, and all of our admin and everybody here at the IWM Broadcast Network and the iRacing Warriors Motorsports, as well as all the partners that have come on board. Tech4Troops becoming the title sponsor. We have some exciting news coming out next year with some individual races and things that we're going to be a part of, and everybody who's been sponsors, Van Scoik, anybody in the 1111 camp, U-Haul. It's been an incredible evolution, and we just continue to want to bring this awesome league up to new heights, and it's only up. We're on the upward climb right now with everybody, and couldn't do without all of y'all's support. So appreciate everybody tuning in as well. Couldn't do without you guys. And if you want to get into this action, please reach out to us on Discord, reach out to us via YouTube, over email. We would love to get you in the league and increase what we do here over in the Tech4Troops Cup Series and the IWM Broadcast Network. So, Rick, it's been awesome just seeing this league evolve over the last 3 years.
Yeah, also,
or 3 seasons.
Yeah. Also, if you're watching and you're interested in, if you've got a business that's interested in getting involved, we would definitely want to speak with you. Feel free to reach out to us. Next year, we're opening up. On top, we still have our title sponsorship, but just like you see in NASCAR, we are also opening up some sponsorship for weekly race sponsorship. So if you want to sponsor a particular race, say your favorite track is here at Charlotte or at Bristol or any one of the number of tracks that we'll have in next year's 2024's season, and you want your company to be the title sponsor, you want to get an ad out, you want to get involved, reach out. We certainly would be there. We'd love to have you and talk to you about opportunities for sponsorship.
For sure. It's, got a lot of viewership here on the IWM Broadcast Network with our subscriber base, with everybody on Facebook and all of our other, streaming platforms and channels out there. So it's been awesome to see this community grow. So if you're a business out there, if you want to get in on the action, heck, even sponsor some cars, I'll throw that out there. I bet some of these guys would love to have some paint schemes, just like Goat Racing. Van Scoik, that is his company, fielding 3 cars. You may be able to sponsor even a car if you want to reach out to some of these drivers who are out front every week, want to get that name out there. So absolutely reach out to any of us on the IWM Broadcast Network or Tech4Troops. Love to help you out in that aspect. So good call there. I totally forgot about, we're always expanding in sponsorship dollars and bringing on new partners. That's a key of it. So there we go. Awesome. But looking right now, Rick, going back to racing, we got Sammy Harrell and Harley Barletta, second and third. The battle is less than a second between these two championship drivers. And I think this is the closest battle we've probably had in a little while.
They are certainly battling there for sure, with 162 laps in the books, just 39 to go. At any time, you could expect to see potentially someone come in to get their final stop in, because really with 39 laps to go, they can come in now and be done.
Yep, exactly.
All right, on that note, we are going to take a commercial break. We will be right back after this. Thank you for tuning in to the IWM Broadcast Network.
When veterans get out of the military, a lot of them don't know how to translate their skill sets into the civilian world, and they lapse into poverty or into homelessness. But it can be easier with the right support. At Tech4Troops, our mission is to empower veterans in need with computers to get back in the workforce. We want to support our veterans across the nation.
All right, welcome back. 164 laps in the books, just 37 laps to go here at Charlotte. David Watts is the first driver in at this stage to get his last pit stop in. Just one more stop will take you to the end. If you've been saving a set of tires, now is the time to get it, or on your next stop, obviously. But Charles Van Scoik is currently your leader. John Ledger just worked his way around Sammy Harrell to move into second. Sammy Harrell is currently showing in third as the top playoff driver, because Harley Barletta is on pit road.
Harley is on pit road. This is it. This is the money stop. He's going to have to be quick here.
Harley's in. Right sides are on. Watching his stop. .3. Jesse Vaughn's out behind him as well.
Alrighty. That's the stop. That's the last stop, unless we get a caution for that 81 machine. It's all now down to the 3. The third place driver of Sammy Harrell. What can he do on pit road? When will he come down pit road is probably a better question.
Yeah. I think the 81 has got one set of tires in his back pocket.
He does. He does. Absolutely does.
So the field is kind of spread out a bit. We'll give you an idea what that looks like. Your leader is the 41. You'll see that 41 going around up in front. I'll highlight that in green. He's got about 2 corners between himself and the second place of John Ledger. Sammy Harrell is now coming down pit road for his final stop of the night.
Here we go.
33 laps to go. We're watching this stop. Kind of slowly moved into his pit stop. Better to, I guess, do that than overshoot it.
Yeah, a little slow. That may held him up a little bit. 81 car is now coming out of turn 4.
Yeah, his pit stop's continuing. That's 21 seconds. Sammy Harrell is still on pit road.
He is still on pit road. What is happening?
Speeding penalty?
Oh, no way. I hear him over the mic. I don't know what's going on. Speeding penalty for the 43 of Sammy Harrell. Speeding penalty for the 43. Rick, this is going to be detrimental to his championship hopes because the 81 is now back on the front stretch. The 81 is 1 full lap ahead of Sammy Harrell.
The 81 has got to make it by the 88 of Maurice Burnett. He's got some connection issues. Sammy Harrell is finally back out. That pit stop accounted for 55 seconds.
Man, that's so unfortunate there. This is the third driver we've seen have major playoff implication issues. And right now, 3 laps down sits Sammy Harrell, and Barletta's 1 lap down, but he already came down pit road. So he is now good to go to the end. Rick, unless we get multiple cautions, Barletta is sitting in a very good place.
Yep. John Ledger and Christoph Hall now on pit road. Jeff Neeren has come down for service. Maurice Burnett is also on pit road. He is now out. And here comes your leader onto pit road for his final stop with 29 laps to go.
I gotta say, this has been a shocking race just from all the incidents we've seen. Every single playoff driver having some kind of issue tonight. Harley Barletta, that scare on pit road. I mean, this has not been an easy night for the Yellow Stripes.
That was a 14.37 pit stop, and as I'm looking through all of the pits, I think that may have been the fastest pit stop of the night.
I think you're right. I mean, he's going to be well ahead of Doucette and well ahead of Barletta.
Marco Berube has taken over currently the lead. However, Marco has not pitted yet for his final pit stop. Marco pitted last on lap 144. So he could, in effect, if he needed to, stretch this out to 184, lap 184, another 10 laps. But no, here he comes in, looking for that fresh rubber. Now with that puts Chuck Van Scoik back into the lead. And puts Joey Doucette up to 2 and Harley Barletta up to 3rd.
Rick, this race has been nothing short of just chaos. That's all I got to say. And what an amazing run. You know, I think this started with the 81. He stayed out on the first round of pit stops, if you remember, and was able to save that one set of tires. So if we do have that last, 15, 20 lap, caution that we have seen here, typically happening in the Tech4Troops Cup Series, he's going to be, good to go. I mean, a little loose there.
Yep, that's
dude.
Jesse.
Yeah, if all, I promise I will try not to have any broadcasters curse at this point in the season. If that's the case, I may not ever be allowed up in the booth ever again, not by you, but by the drivers. But, I mean, right now, Barletta is in third, and Van Scoik out front, dominating this race, but leading the championship right now is at 81. He's sitting pretty well locked in there because the guy behind him is the 84 of Jesse Vaughn, who is one lap down, but he is ahead of Sammy Harrell. So that's a big position right there within the 81 and the 84 there. So paying attention to that battle is key.
All right, so not to miss out the fact that Charles Van Scoik is leading with nearly a 10-second lead over second place Joey Doucette. We'll run through these drivers real quick as we get towards the last 23 laps of this race. Behind Chuck, is the 11 of Joey Doucette. We expected to see him on pit road. And now that puts Harley Barletta in second. Third place. Good run tonight for the 19 of Ledger.
Absolutely.
Jeff Neeren is currently in fourth. Christoph Hall is in fifth. Maurice Burnett in sixth. Marco Berube is currently now showing in seventh. Jesse Vaughn in eighth. Sammy Harrell is in ninth. He is one lap down, unfortunately, for Sammy Harrell.
That's tough.
And Joey Doucette is out in 10th.
Let's take a look on back, Rick. Let's look at what's happening with the 81 right now. 81 is now swarmed by Jeff Neeren and the 19 of John Ledger.
And
81's like,
yeah, he just needs to say, okay, that's fine. You want to go by me? I'm cool here. I'll be a little bit off the pace. It's all good. I've got no reason to battle tight with you with 19 laps to go. My next competitor is a lap down. I'm fine. Y'all go.
He is. Yep. And you know the thing about this is you have Jesse Vaughn who is in between Berube and Harrell. So even if Sammy Harrell gets close to the 81, which I don't think he will, he still has to get around all these other cars that are a lap down. So if a caution comes out, you know, Sammy Harrell wouldn't even be able to get the lucky dog. So this race with 18 to go is looking, you know, flip the number there. The 81 is looking pretty strong right now. There's a track map. Let's see if we can find that number 43 car. Is he in the... Where is he?
He's on the backstretch back there.
Yeah, he's nowhere close.
No, he is nowhere close. He's got to catch up to... Right now, he's crossing the start-finish line, and he's got to try and reach the 99 of Berube, which is 3/4 of the track ahead of him.
Yep.
Now, anything is possible. A wreck, an accident, some type of mistake.
We've seen crazier things happen, so...
So a comment on Facebook, I missed the last 50 laps. What happened? I think instead I'd rather say what didn't happen.
I mean, geez, we had everything from pit road penalties to somebody getting hit on pit road going into the tire or the water barrels. We had an issue with Sammy Harrell speeding down pit road. We had Harley Barletta, now your championship favorite, and with 15 to go, that's where it stands. So Sammy Harrell had a speeding penalty that got him out of contention. He was in front of Harley Barletta, so this race was not all but won 40-43, but it was going to be a very intense battle, and now the 81 is what looks like potentially could be winning his first Tech4Troops Cup Series championship.
Oh, caution's out.
Well,
Like Ty Bostic may have gotten into.
How the turntables.
Yep, let's go back and see what happened to Ty Bostic. It may have been coming off of pit road.
Rick, I'm going to assume
It's the
he
bump.
hit the bump again.
He hit the bump.
I'm that's what I'm guessing.
This is a replay, folks. We're watching the 22 come off of pit road. Green flag conditions come out. No, he made it past the bump.
Did you try to give it a little bit too much in the middle of the apron here and slide? Yep, he did. Oh, that's rough.
Especially after all the repair work he got on that car.
I know the team's not going to be very happy with him.
Nope, he is going to wind up in the doghouse.
But that brings out our fifth caution. 13 to go.
Okay, you've got
Yep.
a spare set of tires back in the pits. Does everybody come in?
Heck, if they don't, I mean, I don't know why Harley Barletta wouldn't. I mean, there's only 6 cars. It's going to be 7 cars on the lead lap. Might as well come down pit road. Put those fresh set of tires on.
Yep.
Here comes the 41. There he goes. 81 stays out. Wow, bold move. 81 stays out.
So, Van Scoik, you've got Ledger and Jeff Nairn. They're the only 3 cars that came in. They will have fresh rubber. They'll go back to green with 10 laps to go. Barletta says, I want to win the race, not just the championship.
I mean, he's gonna be under some intense battles right now simply because of the fact that everybody behind him is gonna have fresher tires. And you know, if I'm Sammy Harrell, I'm trying to get in front of that leader because the way that these guys have been racing towards the end of the races, anything can happen. So, you know, this race is all but over or not yet over for this championship battle. We may see something crazy happen between all these guys. One more caution, and if Sammy Harrell's in the right spot, Rick, Sammy Harrell's back on the lead lap.
Yeah, the other thing to consider here is that Harley Barletta pitted last on lap 164. So he's got some relatively old tires on that car, and even the people around him have 8 to 10 laps to the good, not including those leaders who just came down. Now, lap down cars of Vaughn, Harrow, Doucette, and Watts, and Marco Berubia have all come down pit road. They're getting their stop done, so they will have fresh rubber coming out. So I think we may go back to green with 9 laps to go, maybe?
I believe so. Something around that number.
All right, so Harold is still in the pits, and his pit time is now over 40 seconds. 30. Did he get another speeding penalty?
I don't know. Maybe trying to get damage fixed? I don't know what it could be.
He's now over 56 seconds in his pit stall, over a minute now. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Okay, back up front. Barletta will be your leader. We should get the lights off and 1 to go next time by. Sammy Harrell is now off pit road. That was a minute 20. Now, that's perfectly okay. He is the only challenger to Harley Barletta. He is a lap down, so if he's getting repairs made, it doesn't matter.
Correct. Very true.
Both Bostic and Bullard are out. Bostic will take home the 3rd place finisher in tonight's championship event. He'll be our 3rd place champion. It's kind of like, second loser. But
yeah, exactly. Not
the race he wanted, not the race
No.
that Ty Bostic wanted, not the race that Luke Bullard wanted.
It's just been rough all day long for some of these guys, and hate to see it, Such a strong season for everybody. And it all winds down here now with 10 laps to go.
So he's
Harley
got
Barletta.
Christoph Hall on his outside, Maurice Burnett behind. The 41 of Van Scoik is there as well. Pace car is down.
I mean, he's surrounded. He's surrounded by the whole team. Watch out, 81, if I were you. You don't know what's coming. Green flag back in the air. Now 9 laps to go. Field stacks up a little bit.
Oh, the 88 just blinked.
Yep, and the battle I want to watch, Rick, is between the 81 and the 80, or the 11 and the 84 and the 43, because if Charles or if Sammy Harrell gets back in front of those drivers, he will be the first car 1 lap down.
Oh, what is going on? 41 slowed down big time. Not sure just what happened there. Whole field stacked up behind.
The field is stacked up going into turn 1, Rick. 8 laps to go. Remember, 81 is on very old tires, so all these guys behind them are going to have fresh ones. Car in the wall.
27 Jeff Nairn tagged the wall.
Here comes the 19 and the 11. Down on the bottom side, right behind them is Sammy Harrell trying to get around that 11 car. He has the run. Can he get around the 11? This is a huge spot for these guys.
If another caution comes out, correct?
Correct, if another caution comes out.
Yeah, Joey Doucette, the 11, is currently in that lucky dog position. 81 has just slipped back.
I mean, his tires are shot, and he's going to throw close racing between the 11 and 81. 43 is to his outside, or probably going to be to his outside. As here is that pass that's going to be made between the 2 championship contenders, obviously not for position, but with 6 laps to go, anything can happen. The 43 needs to get around that 11 car in front of him to have a chance to battle back up there with the 81. 5 to go. Van Scoik out front by half a second, followed by Ledger Nairn, Christoph Hall, and Harley Barletta.
99 under the 84 of Vaughn. 5 laps to go. We want this to be as clean as possible, or not. Well, it doesn't matter for anybody but Sammy Harrell if he can't get past the 11. It's just is what it is.
It is what it is for sure. 4 laps to go. 81's dropping like a fly.
And going for the championship, that's all that, he's fine. He can back off and run a little slower, run a safer line, not put himself in harm's way.
Yep, he can do whatever he wants. Now, I think let's go back up to the front. We have a little bit of a battle for him. We have 0.2 of a second lead now from Charles Van Scoik up to John Ledger.
Ledger and Nairn just ran laps in the sub-30s They're running the hottest laps they've run all night. Those were their fastest. For John Letcher and Jeff Nairn, those were their fastest 2 laps out of all laps tonight.
What a run by John Ledger now in third. 2 laps to go. And
Fastest
2 laps
lap
we're going to...
for Joey Doucette as well.
Wow. In 2 laps, we're going to crown a Tech4Troops Cup Series champion.
So we get race champion and a Cup Series champion.
Yep. And unless a caution comes out between now and that start-finish line, I think it may have just been sealed up. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. Whoa, we got a little bit of battle forming for second place between the 11 and the 27, or the 19 and the 27. Van Scoik still out front.
Final lap. Charles Van Scoik leads this race, but the battle exists. John Ledger trying to hold on to second. Jeff Nairn hold on to third.
They held on to it.
There it is.
Van Scoik gets the win. John Ledger in second. Jeff Nairn in third. But your champion, your 2023 Tech4Troops Season 3 Cup Series champion, goes to that man right there in what Jason will call the banana car, Mr. Harley Barletta.
Congratulations, Harley. Oh, that's this. If you're
got
looking for some clean pictures of your car tonight, this may not be the way to do it.
No, not at all. We have to rewind a little bit to get some of those. But that is your 2023 Tech4Troops Cup Series Season 3 champion, Harley Barletta. Looks like his right front toe links is a little messed up. I think he could still do some donuts.
I think you'll both see him and the 41 of Van Scoik celebrating. Both the 41 celebrates the race win, and the 81 celebrates the season win. Congratulations to Harley Barletta, your Season 3 Tech4Troops champion. And over to the 41 of Van Scoik as he celebrates his victory here tonight. Dominant car all night long.
All night long. Yeah, we were talking about AJM. Can they do it? Well, AJM got the championship with Harley Barletta out of Rochester, New York. Incredible season for that 81 team. Been consistent all year long and had the least amount of mistakes. That's what won them the race. I think that was the key. You know, everybody else got involved. So a little bit of luck, a little bit of, lack of mistakes, and you become a Tech4Troops Cup Series champion.
All right,
there we go.
So go ahead. There's your finishing results.
Yep. Charles Van Scoik going by on the screen right there in first, bringing home the win in the season finale with John Ledger in second, Jeff Nairn in third, Christoph Hall in fourth, Marco Berube in fifth, Harley Barletta, your 2023 Tech4Troops Cup Series Season 3 champion, Maurice Burnett in seventh, Joey Doucette in eighth, Jesse Vaughn in ninth, and Sammy Harrell rounds out the top 10.
David Wass is in 11th. Ty Bostic finishes in 12th. Zach Ward finishes in 13th. 14th is Austin Habel. 15th, Philip Vanderswick. 16th, Mark Hanna. 17th, Ork Bullard. 18th, William Mann Jr. 19th, Ryan Pittman. And 20th, Evan Amick. So let's go ahead and bring in our third place finisher to the broadcast booth. Jeff Nairn, congratulations on your P3 finish.
Thank you very much.
For that
appreciate
matter,
it.
really congratulations to you and your team for your success this year in Season 3.
Oh, yeah. It was a great team effort. I've said it before, a lot of sharing information, practicing together, and just hanging out. Those two guys are just, fun to be around. It just makes it fun. I mean, just like everybody here, it's fun. But, when you got two guys like that communicate well, we understand one another, it really pays off. So proud of them, what they did.
It was so unfortunate. I'm sure this race did not finish for them like they had hoped. But again, we're here to celebrate your third place finish and look forward to seeing what you can do next season.
Oh yeah, looking forward to getting back and running with these guys again. A lot of fun.
All right, any shout outs tonight?
No, they're just my teammate, the whole Southern Motorsports group. Some of the guys that don't even get a chance to race with us on Wednesday nights. Appreciate them. I appreciate you guys in the booth and everyone putting this on. I've said before, we could not do this without you guys and taking time to do it. So we really appreciate you.
Well, again, congratulations. That's Jeff Nairn, finishing third here at Charlotte in the Tech4Troops Series Season 3 finale. And we welcome to the booth Mr. John Ledger. Congratulations, John, on your P2 finish.
How's it going, guys? That was a fun one.
Yeah, it was absolutely, this was a weird race. There was just a lot of things going on. It's the end of the series, lots of guys charging. Tell us a bit about your strategy for tonight.
Well, obviously, team strategy was to make sure Harley was in a position to win it all, but my personal strategy, I was out to cap it off with a win myself.
Well, congratulations. You were close. That 41 car was tough tonight for sure.
Well, yeah, those final 3 or 4 laps, me and Jeff were taking turns setting the fastest lap trying to catch them.
Oh, yeah, we showed. In fact, we noted that in the broadcast that you guys had set your fastest lap of the race those last couple laps.
Yeah, I was glad I was able to help out Harley by sticking behind him for probably about 2 fuel runs, and that was just a blast.
Well, any shout-outs tonight?
Definitely want to thank, the 1111 Veteran Project team, Tech4Troops, obviously you guys, definitely want to thank all my competitors for this season. Like, the support you guys have shown me has meant a whole lot to me. Definitely want to thank my teammates, definitely want to give a shout-out to Harley who, finally gets that championship sticker, the rest of my teammates ran a good race.
Well, again, congratulations on your P2 finish and certainly your success this season. And we look forward to seeing you in our next season.
Always.
And with that, we welcome Mr. Chuck Van Scoik to the broadcast booth. And congratulations on your win, a dominating win tonight here in Charlotte. Chuck?
He may have stepped away.
I was on mute.
Oh, there he is.
On mute. Sorry. Sorry, I was talking, and you're like, Chuck? All right. But, yeah, like I said last week, your Auto Club, that was that was a win. Let my teammate take that one last week, this week. Like I said, because I missed the playoffs because of Mr. You-know-who, and it's really because of the Ford training. I had to go down to Atlanta, and I just couldn't run that race. I ran a couple on the whatever, but I just wanted to prove a point. Definitely my goal was to help Sammy. Sammy got into some trouble. I mean, I was pushing him like it was Talladega. I was pushing the crap out of him in the turns and everything else. He got caught up. I mean, I watched the replay of the incident. That boy, good old boy Mark Hanna better be pleading and apologizing to Sammy because that was some dog doo-doo. That happened right there. So
things happen for sure. So
yeah.
Well, congratulations again. A great way to finish the season. And certainly we're looking forward to what the next season can bring, and certainly with your goat racing and goat diecast team. Any plans in the off season for driver changes or additions? What's your thoughts looking forward towards season 4?
We have CJ who came in a little late. Obviously he didn't want to be in the championship because obviously when it turns into a little bit of a crapshoot like this one did with all the crazy cautions and speeding penalties and you name it was there. He didn't want to be, so CJ probably maybe bring over another guy or two from my league to just compete in here. Probably one more, probably Ryan Cook if he can change his date night with his girlfriend. Well, I'm working on that. I'm a salesman, so I'll get him.
Right, there you go. All right, so any shout outs tonight as we wrap up tonight?
Yeah, obviously you guys do an awesome job. I watch your streams at work when I'm doing busy work, and Elliot for just Elliot and all the admins. I don't really know many of the other admins because it's just Elliot on Wednesday nights. So just what they do, the Tech4Troops, all that stuff. I talked a little bit with Elliot. I put something out for I guess it's the second and third place finishers, so they'll get with me later about the diecast. But I'd be looking forward to doing more stuff to help them out, because I do believe in everything that they do here. And then just the teammates, Sammy, Maurice, Christoph, and CJ. And yeah, that's about it. And clean driving, at least with me. Was the one I was caught in. I mean, I don't know. I was next to him doing straight, but we talked it out and everything else. So racing's definitely gotten cleaner, and that's a credit to Elliott and the drivers.
All right. Well, again, that's your winner for tonight and tonight's Charlotte 350. That is Chuck Van Scoik. But on to our champion, our Season 3 champion in the Tech4Troops Cup Series, Mr. Harley Barletta.
Woo! How you guys doing?
Good. So champagne's popping. There's a lot of confetti in the air, and congratulations tonight, Harley. Certainly one of the, fair to say, one of the weirdest races that we've called, with just some odd penalties and some we were thinking that there's a full moon or something out, the way things played out, but all in all, you made it. You survived, and you did well. Congratulations.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we were all pushing it. I was super scared about having speeding entries and spinning onto pit road, which I actually did do. I had the brake bias down at 21.3 or something like that, just trying to get into the corner because the cars were so tight. We're just riding around. At the end there, we caught Sammy a lap down. I think he got caught speeding or something, and figured just stay out right there, and that's it. Trap him, lap down, and go for it.
Well, again, congratulations on your win for you and your team at AJM. We certainly we're excited to see you in the winner's circle here to finish our Season 3 out.
Thanks, man. I miss meeting in this booth. Only a couple times over the last 2 seasons have I been up here, so it's really fun to talk to you guys, talk to any fans out there. It's really cool. Got a big shout out to 1111 Veteran Project, Tech4Troops, obviously Rick and John, IWM Broadcast Network, all the admins who really put a lot into this, because they deal with some stuff. There's a lot of stuff to deal with out there. So Elliot and Mike, we appreciate you, man. Everyone at AJM, I had Ian spotting for me tonight, and that was the perfect combination of a group right there. I'd appreciate everyone over there at AJM and John. And we put in a lot of practice, and I appreciate you coming out with me. It's been a blast. We'll get him next season, too.
All right, that's your Season 3 winner, Harley Barletta. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate all of those who watch us live each and every week on Wednesday nights here on the IWM Broadcast Network. We will be taking a short break as we enter into an ASX series next, but we will be bringing you in 2024 Season 4 of the Tech4Troops Cup Series with some new drivers, new faces, new sponsorships, just lots of fun new things here. If you watch us on the replay, like and follow along so we can keep you up to date as to what we've got. We'll see you next week. We'll be on, not next week, John. It's October 26th. We will be broadcasting the iNASCAR series and their final championship race again on November 2nd. That will be on Thursday nights. But for all of you viewers who tune in, thank you so much. We appreciate you, and have a wonderful night.
Good night, folks.